morning everyone, my name is Lizzie and welcome to my yoga practice. This is a very short practice to help you get up in the morning, so I'm just going to show you some gentle stretches that you can do which will help you to feel a lot more fluid and ready to go for your day. So again, as this is an online practice, do what feels right for you, listen to your body and just go with it. Just go with what feels right, and if anything doesn't feel right, just very gently ease out of the pose. Okay, so we're all just going to begin in child's pose. And in child's pose, you're sitting back on your heels. You've got your legs together, or you can take a wide-legged child's pose, whatever feels right for you. Okay, and so you may have just woken up, so you're still feeling fairly sleepy. So just going to begin by exhaling through the nose and then fold forward, keeping your belly tucked in, bringing your forehead to the ground. You can have your arms out at your sides, or you can have your arms stretched out in front of you. So in child's pose, we're just gently stretching the back. Yet this is quite a calming pose as well, so you could quite easily fall asleep again. But I'd like you to take your awareness to any sensations that are created in your back. And I'd also like you to take your awareness to the weight of your body against the ground, noticing your legs against the ground, noticing your feet, your arms, and anything else that you notice as well. So maybe some external sounds outside of the body, sounds in the room, sounds outside of the room, and maybe noticing the temperature in the room. And do you notice any smells at all as well? So we're just really arriving in the practice, in this short practice. And then when you're ready, very slowly walk your hands over towards the left, bringing your weight over your left knee. Really reaching out through that right arm. Your torso is leaning over your left knee. So you're really feeling a nice stretch through the right hand side of the body. Noticing it in the obliques, noticing it in the back as well. Breathe, and then very gently walking your hands back to center. Keep breathing normally in and out through the nose, and then very gently walking your hands over to the right hand side, bringing your torso, your weight over your right knee, your right leg as well. So really observing and noticing the stretch in the left hand side of the body now. You'll notice it in the left armpit, the left shoulder, your left back. Breathe. Is there anything else that you notice as well? Are there any sort of thoughts arising? Or is your mind quite quiet? Our minds do tend to be quite quiet first thing in the morning, unless we are feeling a bit anxious and we're already worrying, planning for the day. And if we are, I'd just like you to come back to your breath, just observing the natural rhythm and quality of your breath. So coming back to center now. And then from here, bring your arms towards you and then interlock your hands behind your back. Draw your shoulder blades together and then inhale, raise your arms up vertically. So keep drawing those shoulder blades together, and we're really opening up the chest here now. Just working on those shoulders, working on the muscles on the top of the back as well, working on the chest. Our sort of shoulders and neck can get a bit stiff from sleeping as well, especially if we've been in the same position for quite a long time. And then very slowly exhale, lower your arms down. And then I'd like you to slide your arms forward towards the front of the mat and then lift your buttocks off your heels, making sure that your hips are in line with the knees. And then begin to slide your arms forward, keeping the buttocks aligned with the heels, and then bring the forehead to the ground, moving into puppy pose. So this is much stronger than child's pose because we're really working on those shoulders and the upper back and the chest as well. Just keep breathing in and out through the nose. So if any of you sort of have any shoulder injuries and you're noticing a lot of tension building up, just gently ease, come back, sit towards your heels again. Again, this is your practice. You sort of do what feels right for you, make any sort of adjustments necessary for you. So if you need to come back onto your heels into a child's pose, that is absolutely fine. Keep breathing. And then very slowly, walking your hands back, come to sitting on your heels now. So hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit more awake and just feeling that sort of stretch that you've done on the back. Let's just gently sort of work the shoulders a little bit, but just making any sort of nice fluid little movements that feel right for you. So drawing the shoulders forward and then back. And just breathing normally in and out through the nose. Okay. Then from here, interlocking your hands, bringing your hands into the Charlie's Angels Mudra. So bringing your arms at shoulder height, pointing the Charlie's Angels Mudra straight ahead. Taking an inhalation, raising the arms, they're in line with your ears. And then exhale, bring the arms out to the sides, cactus your arms. So making sure the elbows are still in line with the shoulders. Breathe. Inhale, raise the arms into the Charlie's Angels Mudra, just above your head. Then exhale, bring the arms down into the Charlie's Angels Mudra, straight ahead. Inhale, Charlie's Angels Mudra, pointing the fingers towards the ceiling. Exhale into cactus arms. Inhale, point towards the ceiling with the Charlie's Angels Mudra. Exhale into Charlie's Angels Mudra, pointing towards the front. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, pointing forward. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, cactus arms. And then exhale, release the arms, interlock the hands behind your back, drawing the shoulder blades in towards one another. And then really open up the chest. And as you really open up the chest, just very gently tilt the head back ever so slightly. Really opening up that heart space. And as you've got that heart space open, I'd like you to repeat to yourself 3 positive affirmations for the day. So this can be anything that you like. And it's really great to set positive affirmations for the day. So just take your time, repeat those in your mind's eye 3 times, keeping that heart space open. And then when you're ready, very gently release, let go. And then from here, coming into a tabletop. So if your wrists are feeling a bit stiff, you can just take them time to bring them to 90 degrees. Just stretching them out, and you might wish to go a bit further as well, to 180. Bring them to the front, and then maybe go onto the tops of your hands as well. bringing them to 90 degrees. And a bit further. Just do what feels good for you. Okay. Now, making sure your knees are directly below your hips and your hands are directly below your shoulders. Let's just do a nice little cat-cow sequence. So we're just working on further developing that sort of stretch and movement in the back and the spine. So moving into cow, stick the bottom out, drop the belly, tilt the head back. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine. Tuck the tailbone in, round the back and drop the crown of the head towards the ground. So you're really feeling that stretch on your back now, and the muscles on your front are contracting. Inhale to cow. The muscles on the back are contracting now, and you're stretching the muscles on your front. And then exhale into cat. Again, keeping that tailbone tucked in, rounding the shoulders, dropping the crown of the head. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And then come back to center. And then from here, taking an inhalation, raising the left arm up. Look up to the left arm. And then exhale, begin to drop that arm. And it's as if you're threading it through, dropping the left shoulder to the ground, dropping your left cheek to the ground. And if you can't do that, if you've got a pillow or a block, place that pillow block sort of where your cheek would be. Okay, just getting a nice little twist in the spine here. Breathe, you can stay here. This is option 1. Again, bringing your awareness to the sensations in the pose. Where do you really notice this? Option 2, taking an inhalation, raising the right arm up with the right palm facing the direction that you're looking in, which is the right hand side. Option 3, you can exhale and bring that right arm overhead with the palm at the top of the mat. Breathe. So you're just adding sort of a bit more of a stretch to the right shoulder here, alongside that twist in the spine, which is coming from the rib cage, the upper back. And then when you're ready, very slowly inhale, draw that hand back to center, come back into a tabletop. Taking another inhalation, raising the right arm up, and then exhale, begin to drop it and thread it through so it's coming under your left shoulder, and then dropping your right shoulder to the ground, dropping the right cheek to the ground. Thread the needle so you can stay here, just observing the sensations creating in the body. Where do you notice the twist? Where do you notice the stretch in the muscles? Option 2, take an inhalation, raise the left arm up, breathe. Option 3, exhale, bring that left arm overhead, and then bring that palm, the left palm, to the top of the mat, breathe. And then very slowly, when you're ready, drawing that left arm in, pushing into the mat, coming back into a tabletop. And then from here, bringing your hands to the front of the mat, bringing your weight into your fingertips, and your hands are shoulder distance apart as well. Your hands are at the front, bring the weight into the fingertips. Imagine you've got a bit of a suction going on between your hands and between your palms and the mat. Bringing your weight now into your tippy toes, and then exhale, begin to lift the knees off the ground. And as you lift the knees off the ground, begin to push your hips up and back, pushing those thighs towards the back of the room. And then making sure your feet are
hip distance apart, maybe slightly turning the toes in as well. And then pedal the legs. It's getting movement in the legs now that we've woken up. So hopefully that sleepiness is sort of edging away. And if you need to come down onto your knees at any point, just feel free to do so. Taking an inhalation, raising the left leg up high. As you lift that left leg up high, bend the knee and then see if you can stack your left hip over the top of your right. Split the dog. Again, getting a little bit of a twist here, but waking up the legs, waking up the pelvis. Breathe, and then come back to downward dog. And again, if you need to drop the knees to the ground, feel free to do so. Coming back into a downward dog, exhale. Keep pushing your thighs towards the back of the room. Pushing the mat away from your hands. Inhale, raise the right leg up high. Then bring a bend to the right knee. And then see if you can stack your right hip over the top of your left. Split the dog. Again, working on the hip. Working on the pelvis, the spine, the arms. And then very gently bring that leg back down. And then I'd like you to walk your feet in towards your hands, coming into a forward fold. Softening the knees, bring a good bend to the knees, bringing your palms just to the sides of your feet, or if it's more comfortable you can have them at the front, and then just gently let that head hang loose, keeping the belly tucked in. And then very slowly, one vertebrae by vertebrae at a time, inhale, come up. With the head the last to come up.
Into Tadasana, mountain pose. And just bring your hands now to heart center, feet together. Gently tucking the tailbone in, maybe closing the eyes. And just again, noticing your feet, the weight of your feet against the ground, noticing all the toes against the mat, the heels. Feeling grounded, present here in this moment. And just paying attention to the rhythm and the quality of your breath. If your thoughts are wandering, just come back to observing the weight of your body against the ground, observing your breath here and now. And then very gently bring your arms to the sides, open your eyes. And I hope you enjoyed that short sort of warm up to get you ready and up for the day out of bed. Enjoy your day. Namaste.